Welcome, dear friends. Here we are for another study of one of the articles of the Spiritist magazine. Welcome. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. It's a pleasure and an honor to be with you tonight. As always, we're going to select one article from one of the issues of the Spiritist magazine. And we're going to encourage you all to visit spiritistmagazine.org, where you'll be able to find all the issues of the Spiritist magazine for you to study, to read, to use, to gift, and many other options. In this wonderful website that you're going to see next to me right now, you have the ability to download the app for the Spiritist magazine for your phone and Apple and Android devices on Google Play and Apple Store. You can donate to the efforts because we are a 100% volunteer organization. You can go to the Facebook page of the Spiritist magazine and you can download all of the 50 plus issues. This is the newest issues, 56. It was just launched in January. But today we're going to be talking about issue 41. You can go to the website and you would be able to download issue 41 to join and follow along with me. And today's article is titled Improve to Progress. Welcome, dear friends. I see some of you might be here joining me. Welcome. Please feel free to write your comments and questions in the box. And what kind of articles would you like to see? How has the Spiritist magazine helped you in your journey to improve, and to progress in this lifetime? Many things it could help us with, and this is the article for today, titled Improve to Progress. And this is what the online version would be. You just hit this button here for download, and you would be able to have the PDF version for you to use. The Spiritist magazine is so unique and precious because from the young to the old, and of course for the spirits that join you in this lifetime while living with us, hanging out with us in the spiritual realm. Remember, we are never alone. We also have content for children. So if you have little ones, we have content. The Spiritist magazine has content for you to teach them that they are more than the physical body, the importance of resilience, the importance of acceptance, the importance of humility before God's laws and everything. So this is today's article that is titled Improve to Progress. That's an invitation from Emmanuel so that you and I can use the time we have left in this earth to do the good, to improve ourselves so we can progress. So I'm going to zoom in, and I usually use the PDF version so you can see how easy it is to use the PDF. I'm normally more careful than you could be at home because I want to make sure it fits in the screen next to me. So here it is, Improve to Progress. And what? Let everybody know that this article is by Emmanuel. Let's put it that way. So we can focus on a few items at a time. Remember, the goal here is for us to get to know the Spiritist magazine, to learn from the superior spirits, and to incentivize you, to suggest that you go to the articles and you read them and you study them for your own as well. So we hit the highlights, but there's many, many more aspects of the same teachings we could be discussing today. And here we have, Emmanuel says, improve to progress. This is the password to evolution. The river of divine gifts passes in all continents of life. However, each being will collect the waters according to the container that they make themselves the bearer. All our horses all stops. Look at the beautiful imagery of a river. Because what does the river? The river starts in the mountains with the springs, and the body of water collects over time. We have the tributaries of the river, and then you have a large body of water like the large, magnificent James River that I have here in Richmond, Virginia. That Richmond, Virginia has, because the river is not mine. But then the river passes by, and as the river passes by, we are able to utilize the waters, the nourishment that comes with the sediments, and then plants develop and nature develops around us. We can enjoy nature, and we can also harvest the power of the river to produce electricity, to transportation, for us to enjoy entertainment, right? If you're using a boat or a kayak, so many things. A beautiful river, to visualize the river. And this river now, it's not just made of the water that we know on our periodic table and on the earth, but the river of divine gifts. Divine providence, dear friend, is providing for us each and every day, everywhere, not only on the earth, but also around the universe. That is in agreement with the teachings of Allan Kardec in the book Genesis about divine providence. There, Kardec, as much as Emmanuel is saying here, divine providence emanates the river of divine gifts, the blessings we have in our lives, from the superior spirits who dwell on the sun, our star, and emanate the energy that nourishes the life in the physical body that we have on the earth, for all of the blessings we receive of health, of friendship, of love, the divine gifts of humility, of fraternity, and you, to name a few. It passes all. But we, each one of us, will collect it depending on what our vessel is. If I go about my day oblivious to the rivers, to the divine gifts passing me, I won't collect anything. I'll go about my day worrying about my physical existence. I'll buy more things, I'll have more things, I'll do more things that are not necessarily of benefit to anyone but myself. Then there are others who have an open vessel, porous vessel, that as the divine gifts reach them, they're able to collect the waters. Porous to the intake, but then non-porous to the out. Selective, right? So it allows the divine gifts to come. And then what we do with it, we don't hoard the gifts. We distribute the gifts back. So if you're healthy, if you can hear what we're saying, if you have the means, reach out and multiply the gifts that you are receiving. And visualize yourself in this, bathed in this river of divine gifts. Because superior spirits, such as the ones we see in the books of André Luiz, even superior spirits like Jesus, they are able to more effectively collect the emanations from God and the blessings and resources of divine providence that you and I are still somewhat handicapped. We are not able to perceive those gifts, collect them, and distribute them. Because Jesus never retained anything for himself. He came and he gave to us the example of what it is to be in communion with the divine at all times, correct? And then he continues. He says, do not forget the talents of God are the same for all. It is up to us, the solution of the problem, alluding to the ability to receive them. So do not lose yourself in undue lamentation. The talents are there, freely flowing through the universal cosmic fluid, and we are receiving. We are opening our minds and hearts to be that vessel. And then we say, am I able to receive the gift that God is offering to me today? So do not lose ourselves in undue lamentation. Sometimes we do spend a lot of time focusing on what we lack instead of focusing on the blessings we have. It says, no time in complaint is vast patrimony requested in the preparation of the fair empowerment for the goal to be reached. So we should not spend time complaining. Let's not waste time focusing on the negative, on what we don't have. He says, many sigh for tasks of love. However, they rely upon adversity and discord, while many others dream of serving the light, holding themselves in the darkness of idleness and ignorance. Are we dreaming of serving the light? Yes, I want to have a Spiritist center. I want to volunteer. I want to read all the books of Kardec. Yet, we are waiting for that right moment. We are prioritizing other things. We are prioritizing the checklist the society says we have to have in order to succeed, because we see success in a materialistic world as power, fame, and money. So we are a little bit more spiritualized, and we know that we're more than the physical, while enjoying to a certain degree the physical resources that we have. We cannot be in idleness. So I want to enjoy and barbecue every weekend. I want to travel every other weekend. Okay, it's some merit to rest and relaxation. But what am I doing? Am I just taking and bathing in the sea of dopamine? Or am I actually going somewhere and I dedicate part of my time to service? Because service is everywhere. Or I know of Spiritism, but it's hard, and I don't want to know anymore. I don't want to, because once you know, it becomes harder to engage in the same activities as before, because they lose the meaning. What is the meaning of spending every weekend just enjoying my hobbies and activities when there's so much that you could be doing and have the same amount of enjoyment by helping others? You could be a vessel of the superior spirits on the earth if we only dedicate a sliver of our time to service. We admire people such as Thich Nhat Hanh, who recently discarnated and moved on, the Dalai Lama, Divaldo Franco, Chico Xavier, Mother Teresa, so on. You look at them, but that's not for me because that's too much. But see the amount of dedication and discipline that they've gave to the world. They put forth so that we could see that it's also possible. We admire them, but then they sacrificed a lot so that we can have these teachings today, right? Chico Xavier served every weekend. And we dream about traveling every weekend, or taxing our family back and forth to activities, then none of them might involve serving others. These are difficult conversations when you're spiritist, because our behavior now has to align with this spoken word. So we can make a journal and write down the things we do, to do an accounting of our time. You're going to see the very small amount of the time we spend in our daily lives has to do with serving others. With no expectation of paycheck, no expectation of thanks, just service to others. The joy and the glow off the top. Remember, when you have to hike, you have to go up to see, to get to the peak to see the scenery. Lie open to all of those who are willing to do the journey of ascension. And if you're thus attached to the ideals of improvement and progress, do not withdraw from the work that renews, from the study that perfects, from the forgiveness that enlightens, from the sacrifice that ennobles, from the goodness that sanctifies. Remember that the Lord grant us all that we need to commune God's glory. However, do not forget that the gifts of the Creator are fixated in the beings of creation according to the capacity of each one. So do not shy away. I'm going to leave this one. Do not withdraw from the work that renews. Start a study group in your area. Don't wait for someone else to create a Spiritist group. God put you there for a reason. When the people who are having a study group or a spirit society, they have activities, volunteer. Separate an hour, 2 hours a week to do the work, and you're going to see. Study that perfects. So many books psychographed that we are still to study and learn. Forgiveness that enlightens. You didn't do this until now, that's fine. Forgive yourself. Forgive others who are preventing you from moving forward. The sacrifice that ennobles, and forgiveness that sanctifies. And that is not only in our families, in our homes, of our commitments in this life, but seeing each other in the community, especially if we are wealthy, if we are living in areas of town that the lack of physical safety, security, our needs are met, we need to rethink, do I need all of these? Could I give more so that I can feel, or that I can move inch by inch towards that progress, that evolvement, because we don't want to spend our time only for ourselves. Divine providence is providing for you and I, for our family members and friends, for the spirits that dwell around us, to our neighbors, to the people who don't agree with us in our life choices and political views and health activities. Divine providence is for everyone. There's no privilege. The gifts are emanating from the source of all God, and it's up to you and I to refine our vessel so we can collect the water of that divine river, the river of divine gifts, as Emmanuel brings to us in the first part of this article. Go read, feel inspired, be a volunteer, donate of yourself, not just money. So this article is from the book Palavras da Vida Eterna. It would be Words of Life Eternal by the Spirit author Emmanuel, for the psychography of the medium Francisco Candido Xavier, chapter 7, originally published by the Spiritist Federation in Brazil. Dear friends, what a blessing to be with you. My wish is that you can take we can take these teachings today. You can always write to the Spiritist magazine by writing to spiritistmagazine@gmail.com. You can visit the website spiritistmagazine.org, where you would have the issues the ability to download, the ability to order a physical copy of the Spiritist magazine, the ability of downloading the app for your phone and tablets. There's also a contact form in there that you can use to get in touch with the Spiritist magazine. Feel inspired to collaborate and contribute to the spreading of Spiritism in the English language. spiritistmagazine@gmail.com. And between now and the next time we see one another, God willing, I'll be with you next week as we return for another study of the Spiritist magazine. Stick around as our friend Carol Correia will bring to you teachings from the Spirit's book, The Divine Laws as Codified by Allan Kardec, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She comes after this program. What a blessing to have her collaboration and insights between. So next time I see you, stay well, stay safe, and have a great week. Bye-bye, friends.